You want to be vegetarian, bordering on vegan. Vegan, I speak to vegans very often, and we have a lot of arguments back and forth because it really just depends on what type of vegan you are. If you're a philosophical vegan, then you can kill a human being as long as you don't harm an animal. It's like, well, that's just doesn't make much sense to me. It's only about not injuring the animals. Well, if you're vegan for the purpose of treating everything fairly and also your health, then yes, no problem with that. Unfortunately, veganism has turned into a more social um, thing where you're letting people know that you're better than others. So that's something I can't really get behind. But um, that's why I'm more with the whole plant-based vegetarian style, because it's still, I mean, one I'm still trying to break is cheese, but cheese is delicious, and you can say, oh, there's vegan cheese, but then you're paying so much. That's another thing. You're paying gobs amount of extra money for vegan stuff, or imitation of it, like a vegan cheeseburger or vegan eggs. It's like the products that are made to use these are terrible for you. Not that red meat is any better, but then why you just drop both is the argument you can make for that. But also, why would you imitate the eating of something? Something my mom used to say was, pretending is just like doing. And if you're pretending to eat a burger, even though it's a vegan burger, you're pretending to eat a real burger. And vegans don't like this argument, but it's the same with these Epstein occult type folks, where they're doing these ritual parties where they're pretending to eat babies, and they'll have uh like whole dining tables, and they'll just be like either human bodies, obviously not real human, but either like a plant made of it, and they just kind of decorate it to make it look that way, like cake style, like with a cake, and they're pretending to eat that. Well, that's the same thing as a vegan cheeseburger. Like, if you're going to be vegan, then you have no one of that at all. Like, I'm plant-based vegetarian. I don't want anything to do with a regular burger, much less a vegan burger. I have no want for that either. That's how it should be. um so all this is contributing to helping, I guess that specifically was a tangent, but the whole idea, the premise of this video of the breatharian pursuit is to start raising your frequency, because you can't be high frequency eating what society deems is what you should be eating, and how frequently as well, because you're just becoming more dense, more heavy, right? When we look to monks, they're the myths of them like levitating and stuff is because they're light, they're almost ethereal. And what do? They fast a lot, they barely eat. They are very high frequency as a result of that. Is what we're trying to get back to now, is raising our frequency higher. And it starts really by the diet, and then that will start to trickle into everything, because you'll start paying more attention to the impact that it's having anything on your body, and your relationship with stuff as well. It doesn't extend to, I mean, it doesn't just stop at water and food. Things that you might consider inanimate, like to be grateful for, like I'm grateful for my bed and my blankets and my pillows, and I tell them that. I'm grateful for my home, and I tell it that. I am grateful for my gym. I'm grateful for my body. I'm grateful for my organs, for what little hair I have left. I mean, I'm thankful for all of it, and I appreciate it, and I make sure to tell it that, and I do my very best to make eye contact with it. Now, in the case of organs, obviously you have to visualize, but if you're wherever your wherever your attention is, my attention would be right here on my organs, then that is where my energy is flowing. So it is still the same thing. And also, the whole point of this is to implement or understand that, once you start to learn that there's all these terrible things that are going on, right? You can focus on just that and be lost in it and be depressed, or see the other side of it, the more positive side, which is the side you're supposed to see, that you can separate yourself from that and only focus on the good. And that's what life really is about, because there's always going to be things out of your control that are going on, but you can only control what's going on with you. So when you're bringing up your health, your life doesn't, like, another I guess I like to pick on vegans, but their whole identity is being a vegan. There's way more to life than eating. To eat, most people will live to eat. You want to eat to live. There's so much more to do than just worrying about your next meal or what to drink. So it's about weaving a positive life full of activity, that you're also building appreciation for with what you're doing, but also in your food and your water.